2022 Juneteenth community celebration, and it is a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, downtown Jackson. Friday, local law enforcement and community leaders. So we'll have a social justice and criminal justice reform panel, and that's at the Michigan Theater. Doors open 9:30 a.m. Program is at 10. Friday evening, a Black History stage play, 1619 Welcome to America. That's at Michigan Theater. Doors at 6. Saturday, there'll be a resource fair, job fair, and kids zone, and that is 2 p.m. downtown at the True Community City Square. There'll be food trucks and vendors on hand, and Motown, R&B, and gospel music. And again, this is a free community event. We will be there and hope to see you there with us.
The director of the City of Jackson's Parks, Recreation, and Cemeteries, our next guest, Kelli Hoover. Hi, Kelli.
Hi, guys. Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Kelli was also our co-host with Christy Dillon of the Rose Parade. Thank you for doing that.
Thanks for having us. I think Christy and I probably had a little too much fun doing it.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, no. No, we had a great time. It was really fun. And being live was a different feel to it, but it was kind of nice, like as it's happening, you can talk about it. And then received a lot of feedback through social media, like the people that couldn't come out to the parade for different reasons, they could watch from home. Really like that experience of the live event. You know, they could see their grandkids or whatever in the parade as it is happening. So I thought that was kind of a neat.
Sorry we didn't tell you it was live.
That's okay. It was very, as I said, very, very live. Here we go. So it was fun. It was really great.
Kelli, I just got done coaching another year of rec soccer, and I think the Saturday morning at the soccer fields is probably one of my favorite things about Jackson. It 100%. Just is, and it's because of the amount of people. And coming out of the pandemic, you guys had a record year in soccer, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and right now we're feeling it too. We're getting ready for those summer programs, and people are coming, not registering for one program, they're registering for multiple programs, and that's kind of a great experience to see. The thing about, like, I'm totally with you on that experience. Being like in the, you know, I've done a little bit of everything in the office, and I still like to go out into the programs because that's where you get the good feel of the results of the programs. And see, I think people think I'm crazy, but that fall soccer, when cross country is pulling out, and we're doing the same, you know, soccer going, we got like 8,000 people in the park. I'm just sitting out there going, this is the best thing ever, that we can house all this at the one time. And I think it's great. I think people are really anxious to be involved and do things. And events that, like, from graduation to different events that I've gone to, you can just tell people are excited to have that little bit of opportunity to get out and do some things.
You know what's missing? A donut truck or a coffee cart. Someone could make.
Let's make a
Why don't we sort this out now? Why can't we have food trucks at the soccer?
Well, you know, I don't think it's against doing that. I think it's just a process. Well, there's a process to go through. For years and years and years, when I was doing it, I guess a really long time ago now. I don't want to put that time frame out there. But when I was doing it, the Jackson High School soccer teams provided the concessions as part of their fundraiser for their group, and they haven't done that in a little while because they, you know, the people are busy in COVID and stuff like that. But no, definitely, I think it would just have to be done right and safely because, you know. Once in a blue moon, we'd have like a ice cream truck come through, and I'm like, not right now in the parking lot. People are like darting and the kids and stuff. So it had to be done in a right way, but I don't think that's. I think that's something that can be done. We'll get you some donuts and coffee.
Well, you know,
that's an easier thing to do.
The city is food truck friendly, and the food vendors have told us that they'd love to be in Jackson. So it's only a matter of time where someone's going to recognize an opportunity and then go through the proper channels.
Exactly. Yep. And it's. I think that's a great. I think it's a great new thing that we can do. You know, now you're seeing food trucks everywhere, and I think it's great.
We've got the Al Glick football camp this weekend. You guys have named your baseball league after Al Glick. I know Al's very important to you and the programs.
Yes.
And well, I'm sure I'll see you at this event.
Yes, I'm handling the registration portion of that, or helping out, I should say, not handling. Rebecca Armstrong and through Alro is doing a great job getting everything organized in the legacy group, and so it's obviously more special than before. You know, Al, I'm glad I could count him as a good friend. Really, just his foresight of the care for the community was so large and so big, and to have this after him and having him be a part of the future in his own way and his family within the programming. We were at a baseball game Al came up to Jackson High School to watch a baseball game, and I was sitting in the stands, and he's like, how come there's not this or that? And I said, not as many kids are, some kids are not playing sports or playing baseball. And he's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so he and I and Chris sat down and talked about doing a camp at the King Center for free. And it was a hit. People came. We had equipment. Everybody had little Alro hats, and it was a hit. And I think you have trends in recreation and society that trends in the 60s and 70s and 80s, it was in your neighborhood, and then it trended away from that, and now it's trending into, you have to have things that are in your neighborhood that you can walk to that are accessible for experience. And exposure has changed, because in physical education in the elementary school is limited now. I don't know what exactly it is, maybe a day a week or whatever. Yeah. So those exposures that we had growing up through our physical education or other programs aren't as available.
That's a great point.
Yeah, and so making sure that we're doing programs that are accessible and walking distance and have equipment there, because baseball is not, it's a very expensive sport to do. And how can we cut that in half and make it better for people?
Yeah, we know the business of travel sports, money keeps growing, even though participation numbers are down a little bit. It's weird how that math works out. But the recreation departments, like you said, in your own hometown and neighborhood, and you're participating with kids that you're going to grow up with, go to school with, potentially work with someday.
And that's always been my thing. Like you're getting to know somebody from the other side of town that you might have never met before because they don't live in your neighborhood, And I think that you're exactly right. And forever, there's a institute in Florida. It's called the National Alliance of Youth Sports. And for years, I've been saying, they've been telling you the stats are going to be that the sports are going to drop off because it ceases to be fun at some point.
Right.
When you're jumping in, really big and not trying. And when you talk to D1 coaches and all these people that are recruiting athletes, they want to see an athlete that is doing multiple sports, not just one necessarily, and have a love for sports in general. So the statistics are on that side of it, but society hasn't caught up with that statistic yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to play baseball in your own neighborhood, or do you want to spend the weekend at the Southgate Best Western?
It is Woodhaven Best Western, and I didn't stay there.
He was like, that wasn't me.
No, but you go around, your kids have grown up, are they, is one a senior already?
Well, Gabe is a senior now, and Colin just graduated from Jackson High.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they were, a rarity in the sense that they were 3-sport athletes, and that wasn't something necessarily saw, but they truly were recreation department kids growing up through the system, and I think had a good exposure. I think that that elusiveness of a college scholarship is something that comes however you do it. So
the pool, it's going to be hot this week.
Oh my goodness, yes it is.
But we got to wait a little while for the pool to open.
Yes, Nixon Park, we love it, and we're so excited to be back this year. And it's just facts that are affecting you in your grocery store or your local, convenience store or gas station. We are waiting for some equipment to show that is delayed by shipping. I'm pretty excited to announce, if you haven't already heard, but you might have, is that we're doing a relationship and partnership with the YMCA.
Yes.
I met with Shauna and just was like, hey, we can't compete for the same lifeguard because lifeguards don't exist.
Right.
And how are we going to get more people to lifeguard? So it's been a great partnership between the two of us. We're training lifeguards as we speak, I think today. And getting things ready for the pool. So we should be ready by the 27th if everything comes in the way it's supposed to and people can get back in and have some fun and splash around.
Yeah, and the facility wasn't open for a few years too.
Right.
So there's
that's hard. A facility has been closed for a few years is a hard on the facility.
Yeah.
You gotta paint the pool.
Yeah, and we're painting the pool and with a pool, if you have one at home, you realize how hard that is. You have to start with step one. You clean it and you paint it. And then you fill it, and then you see if the pumps work, and then you get it certified. So there's so many steps to get it going.
Yeah, you don't just fill it with water and jump in.
No, there's so many steps. So we're looking forward to being back at the pool this summer, and if people can just be patient with us, we're waiting for our shipments, and we'll open up as soon as we can on the 27th.
How old do you have to be a lifeguard?
Usually high school, 14 or 15. I love 14 or 15-year-olds because hopefully they stay with you for quite a while. I always recommend, and one of our supervisors this year, Jordan Beal, is one of those young ladies that came through the program and got her lifeguarding in, basically runs the pools in Marquette, Michigan when she goes to college. And I always tell kids that you can't get a better job in high school and college than being a lifeguard, because no city, county, state, everybody is looking for lifeguards because there isn't any. Like Chicago, I think they pay near $32 an hour to get their lifeguard.
Southern California, there are lifeguards making $500,000 a year.
100%, because it's crazy,
It's
but you
true.
can't get people. And you're going to go, wherever you go to college or wherever you live, you're going to get a job because people need you. And you're going to get paid well.
Yeah, and at a young age,
At
too.
a-
So
yeah,
start
exactly.
making money now.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you doing swim lessons?
Swim lessons start next week. We're pretty excited. You can register at the YMCA. We're again partnering with them on our swim lessons this year. I think it's going to be an exciting partnership, and we're going to do them at Parkside Pool. Our information's on our website at cityofjackson.org if you want some more information, but it's going to be exciting.
What about the Jackson High new pool?
Yeah, they were just doing some work on it this summer, so we'll go back over that way once it's opened.
Cool. One of the camps that I'm a large fan of is the Corey Pryor Track and Field Camp, and that deadline to sign up for that is Thursday.
Yes.
And I think people need to realize that Corey's the fastest person in the history of the state in the 100-meter dash, and he's right here in town, gets to coach the
Right,
kids.
and he's an amazing coach. And I would dare to say one of our most popular summer programs. But there's a lot of good summer, like the MLK Center program.
Yeah.
But the kids that come out of the track and field camp have such a positive experience and fun. Like that's the big thing, right? Fun and so that's kind of a neat thing to see.
Kelly, thanks for coming in today, and thanks for everything you do for us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Kelli Hoover from the City of Jackson Parks, Recreation, Cemeteries, and Grounds. We'll be right back after this break.